Welcome to the Bible Story Box channel.
Bible Story Box.
Hello viewers, in today's Bible story video, we will be talking about the story of Esther. But before we get started, kindly subscribe to this channel. Now viewers, let's get started. In the third year of his reign, King Ahasuerus, Xerxes I, holds a lavish feast in Susa, the Persian capital, for his nobles and officials from 127 provinces. On the seventh day, drunk on wine, the king orders Queen Vashti to appear wearing her royal crown, likely as a spectacle of her beauty. Vashti refuses, preserving her dignity. Her defiance embarrasses the king before his guests. Upon advice from his counselors, Ahasuerus banishes Vashti and decrees that men should rule their households. A search begins for a new queen. The king's attendants gather beautiful young virgins from across the empire. Among them is Hadassah, Esther, a Jewish orphan raised by her cousin Mordecai. She is taken into the royal harem and given the Persian name Esther. Mordecai warns her to conceal her Jewish identity. Esther quickly wins favor with Haggai, the eunuch in charge of the women. She receives the best cosmetics, treatments, food, and quarters. Though surrounded by ambition and intrigue, she remains humble and wise. After 12 months of beautification, Esther is presented to King Ahasuerus. She asks for nothing extra, showing modesty, unlike the other women. The king is deeply impressed by her beauty and grace. He crowns her Queen of Persia and hosts a royal banquet in her honor, called the Feast of Esther. He grants amnesty and gifts to provinces, yet Esther still keeps her heritage secret, as Mordecai instructed. While serving at the king's gate, Mordecai overhears two royal guards, Bigthan and Teresh, plotting to assassinate the king. He informs Esther, who tells the king in Mordecai's name. The men are investigated, found guilty, and executed. The incident is recorded in the royal chronicles, but no reward is given to Mordecai yet. Haman the Agagite is promoted above all nobles. The king commands everyone to bow before him. Mordecai refuses, likely because Haman is an Agagite, descending from the Amalekites, long-standing enemies of the Jews. Haman is enraged. Learning Mordecai is a Jew, he schemes not only to punish Mordecai, but to destroy all Jews in the empire. Haman casts lots, Purim, to determine the day of destruction. It falls on the 13th of Adar. He tells the king that a certain people in the empire have different laws and disobey the king. He offers 10,000 talents of silver to fund their eradication. The king gives Haman his signet ring, and a decree is issued to all provinces. On Adar 13, Jews of all ages are to be killed and plundered. Mordecai dons sackcloth and ashes, weeping in the streets. He cannot enter the palace, but Esther's attendants see him and report it. She sends clothes to him, but he refuses them. Through a messenger named Hathach, Mordecai urges Esther to go to the king and beg for mercy. Esther hesitates. Approaching the king uninvited could mean death. Mordecai replies,
"If you remain silent, relief will come from another source, but you and your family will perish."
Esther is moved. She tells Mordecai,
"Gather all the Jews of Susa to fast for 3 days. I will go to the king, though it is against the law, and if I perish, I perish."
On the third day, Esther dresses in royal robes and approaches the inner court. The king sees her and is pleased. He extends his golden scepter, sparing her life. He asks her desire, offering up to half his kingdom. Esther calmly invites him and Haman to a banquet that day. At the banquet, Esther still does not reveal her petition. Instead, she invites the king and Haman to a second banquet the following day. Haman leaves joyful, but his mood sours when he sees Mordecai at the gate, unmoved. That night, the king cannot sleep. He orders the royal chronicles to be read aloud. The scribe reads the story of Mordecai saving the king's life. The king asks,
"What honor has Mordecai received for this?"
Nothing.
Thinking the king means him, Haman suggests a grand gesture, dressing the man in royal robes, placing him on the king's horse, and having a nobleman proclaim his honor throughout the city. The king commands,
"Do this for Mordecai the Jew."
Haman, mortified, obeys. He leads the procession, publicly honoring the man he planned to kill. At the second banquet, the king again asks Esther for her request. This time she speaks,
Let my life and the lives of my people be spared. We are sold to be destroyed.
Who is he?
Esther points and says,
This wicked Haman.
just as the king returns. Interpreting this as an assault, the king orders Haman executed on the gallows he built for Mordecai. Haman's estate is given to Esther. Mordecai is promoted and given the king's signet ring. Esther pleads with the king to revoke the previous decree. But since Persian law cannot be revoked, the king allows Mordecai to write a new decree. The Jews may defend themselves against any who attack them. The Jews celebrate victory with feasting and joy. Mordecai and Esther decree an annual festival, Purim, to commemorate their deliverance. Dear Bible Story Box viewers, I hope you enjoyed today's Bible story. For this reason, don't forget to subscribe and share for more videos like this. Now let's get to the moral of the story. The story of Esther offers several moral lessons, including the importance of courage, faith, and God's providence. It also highlights the dangers of pride and hatred and emphasizes the need to use blessings to help others. The story teaches that even when seemingly hidden or absent, God is at work, and He is sovereign even when life doesn't make sense.